Hey, what's up, my friends? Let's do another video here talking about different intuitive empathic downloads I've been picking up on recently. I'm going to try something a little new for this video. I know in the past if I've picked up on something, got what I refer to as an intuitive or empathic download, kind of made just like a one-off video of it, talked about it for a bit, and then just uploaded it. Which it works. It works okay, but it just leads to a lot of random videos on my channel, and some are accurate, some are misses, and then every once in a while I'll make one of those compilation videos where I take the ones with a higher degree of accuracy and just kind of share them and go over them with you guys. But I kind of want to try something a little new, a little different. I just want to try and just do just talk about what's on my quote-unquote intuitive radar for the week, or what I've been picking up on the last few weeks, and kind of just share it all, just talk about it in one video. Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna kind of try out that new system, and just maybe I'll do that for the next few weeks or the next month or two. Just each week make one video talking about what's on my intuitive radar, what I'm picking up on, what I'm trying to hone in on, just what am I in my notes. Yeah, so I'm gonna be trying that in today's video. Yeah, so first up, so I have here, so I'm going to start with the two that I feel like kind of the highest clarity or the highest chance of being an accurate or confirmed intuitive download. So the first one I have here, kind of a heavier one. I'm just reading off my phone here for my notes and my Twitter account where I post a lot of these. So I have possible incident or accident involving a kind of significant or quote-unquote newsworthy or unusual car wreck. Car wrecks happen, every day all over the country, and unfortunately. But I feel like this is one that's just going to be little kind of stand out from the others. I feel like I was picking up possibly a young or inexperienced driver being involved in some kind of wreck. The specific details I don't know. Could possibly be going, 100 miles an hour plus, through fences or yards or a bridge or something. I don't know. I really don't know the specifics. But just that the clarity of this intuitive empathic download was pretty clear. It was pretty high. Sometimes I'll get a download and the clarity is pretty low, and then it turned out to be pretty accurate. I'm kind of surprised. But this is one, the clarity is high enough. I'd be kind of surprised if this was a miss, although it still could be. Now it's also possible this is connected to NASCAR. I feel like I was getting an intuitive download related to NASCAR as well. I had picked up on a download at NASCAR like the other week, turned out to be accurate. Picked up on a pretty bad pile up in a NASCAR race. It happened later that day. It was like 2 hours after the race had started. That did occur. That was accurate. I'll go over that a little more in a future video. So it's possible this could involve possibly a young, kind of up-and-coming NASCAR driver, particularly bad wreck with a race car driver. I say NASCAR / F1. Picked up a little more NASCAR for this one. Yeah, so it may or may not be related to NASCAR, but I feel like, while it could be another wreck involving NASCAR, I felt like, and I could be wrong on this, but I feel like the clarity was a little higher for kind of a civilian driver out on the road in a city somewhere. Yeah, but that's just kind of what's on my radar for that one. Got the clarity for that one pretty high for that. What I refer to as intuitive / empathic download. And then the next one, the higher degree of clarity. Excuse me. Possible incident or accident involving a paraglider or parachute. Could even be a skydiver in the next coming weeks or so. Some kind of incident involving that. Now the specific download I got for that one was a paraglider in someone, kind of, I don't know what it's called, but they have like that, they wear like a fan on their back. It's an engine powered, like a gas powered or electric powered fan, and it just kind of propels them forward. That's the specific, I know it's random, but that's the specific download I got. Now it may or may not be that specific event or those specific variables. Could be a skydiving, some kind of incident or mayhap involving a skydiver or paraglider. Could be a story of a paraglider landing, you know, like on a highway or some crazy area. Again, this exact specifics, I don't know. That's something I'm still working on honing in these empathic downloads so I can get more details, and just not quite there yet. But I just know the clarity for this one, some kind of incident involving paraglider slash, you know, parachute, skydiver in the coming weeks. Clarity was higher. Clarity was higher for this one. Yeah. So those two, those could be heavy ones, both the car wreck and that one. Those are ones, I've said it before, but it's true, I would happy to be a miss, happy to be wrong on those ones. But of the ones I'm going to mention today, that again are kind of on my intuitive radar, those are definitely the clearest. And then just a few more. I got the Wolf of Wall Street. I feel like I could possibly see kind of some news involving Wall Street or even financial corruption, or just kind of a highlight on workers' wages and the wealth gap, the big wealth gap we have in this country in the coming weeks / months. I feel like it was possibly even kind of like a rekindling of kind of the Occupy Wall Street movement that just had a big focus on the wealth gap from the very rich and the very poor. I don't know if it would be to that magnitude, but just kind of a greater focus on, you know, what we see with the economy and the pandemic on the wealth gap and workers' rights. Now we're seeing a little bit of that already. We've kind of seen really big name companies being unionized all in the last few months or so. But it's kind of picked up on that. I feel like I was almost getting like an Occupy Wall Street kind of movement, this rekindling, the focus and the news on that, on just the finances and the wealth gap. The clarity is kind of low. It's a little lower for that one. But again, kind of just sharing just what's on my intuitive radar the last few weeks with you guys, regardless of how high or low the clarity is. Picked up on the Tropic of Cancer. Got a possible cyclone / hurricane development. Could be a specific one. Could also just be an unusually high number we see in the next hurricane season or so. Clarity I have that as medium for that one. Now it's, I believe there's one forming now, or just formed last week or so. Or I want to say around Mexico, or the Gulf of Mexico. I'm going to be totally honest. I don't watch the news a lot. I found I kind of hone into these empathic downloads and intuition a little better. Kind of tap into intuition when I'm just kind of staying away from the noise. So it's possible that one has occurred and I'm just ignorant of it at this point. But I posted that August 16th, 5 days ago now. Just something that's kind of on my radar, so just wanted to share it. And then I have here Ohio / Ohio Valley, possibly connected to a fire. Again, clarity for that one low plus there. We've been seeing wildfires just rage the country and in other countries. So whenever I pick up on that, I'm sure I'm trying to get that out there, whether it's a miss or not. There's a few more here, and then a possible incident or accident occurring, some kind of like indoor park, like an indoor water park, where I have here a ski resort. That would be kind of random because it's summertime in the U.S., you know. But if it's indoors, I guess I could have like artificial snow. Clarity there is kind of low. Just again, it's another thing that's kind of on my radar. I'm having my notes trying to hone in on. And then I picked up on two celebrities here. First one, Shia LaBeouf. Exact meaning, really not sure. Possibly some news involving Shia in the coming weeks. Now someone was kind enough to put on the Twitter here that he's in an upcoming movie about like a saint or something. And I don't think he's done a movie for a good while, if I'm right on that. So it very well could be connected to something, to that project he's in. Could be some kind of other news. He's appearing in the news in coming weeks. We'll see. And then this one's not on my Twitter yet, but I picked up Goldie Hawn, actor Goldie Hawn. Big fan of hers. Very charming individual. Again, the exact meaning I don't really know. If it's even an authentic download. Just every once in a while I'll pick up on a story involving a celebrity. If you've watched my compilation videos, you saw I picked up on a car wreck involving a celebrity. It turned out to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. So sometimes I'll kind of tap into that. So there's two different celebrities, Shia LaBeouf and Goldie Hawn, that kind of just on my radar. I do have radar this last few weeks. That's about it. That's most of what I've been picking up the last 2 weeks or so. Now I've picked up on got a couple downloads this month that turned out to be accurate or confirmed, and I'll talk about those in a future video. But I think it's worth saying that most of these, there's a good chance most of these are misses. The goal, is to hone in, to tap this intuition's empathic downloads, and over time to decrease the ones that are misses and increase the ones that are accurate or confirmed downloads. So good chance most of these are misses, but I want to try out this new system of just going over and sharing with you guys what's on my intuitive radar, what I'm thinking about, what I'm honing in on, trying to press into and take notes on. So that's most of what's on my mind, my kind of intuitive, empathic mind these days. Again, the clarity, the highest for these, the incident involving car wreck, possibly a young, inexperienced driver, may or may not be related to NASCAR, and then some kind of incident involving a paraglider in the coming weeks, or a parachute. Sometimes the clarity is quite high, turns out to miss. Sometimes the clarity is kind of low, and I'm kind of surprised how accurate it is. But at least for me, how it feels, those seem to be the highest clarity. So I think that's all about most of what I have for you guys. Again, just wanted to kind of highlight what's on my radar, and I don't know if I already said this or not, but I think it's worth saying that these are potential empathic downloads. Chance some of them could be a miss, but again, I kind of just want to try this weekly thing where each week I just kind of go over what's on my radar with you guys and share it with you guys. And then if I get one that's extremely high clarity, or I think is tapping into something real, then I'll do a one-off video where I talk about just a single download and share it. But yeah, that's most of what I have for you guys. I think that's it. I'm working a lot more content, working a lot more compilation videos of accurate, confirmed empathic predictions. So hope you guys will just check that out, and just hope you guys are doing well. Just hope you're doing well and be safe. Hope everyone had a good week. This week, at least I felt just energetically, was pretty rough. I don't know if I'm the only one. I feel like a very heavy week. I feel like there's a lot of spiritual depression in the air this week. I talked to another friend who's very just spiritually tuned in and very empathic himself. Probably going to do some future videos with him here in the not so distant future. I talked to him today too, and he said he was feeling it too. So if you're having a rough week, you're not the only one. So just stay positive, guys. And I think that's all I have for you. So thank you, my friends, for listening. Be safe, no matter where you are in the world, my friends. Be safe, and I'll talk to you soon.